welcome to my little corner. In this video, I'm gonna do a book haul, and that was the initial plan, but actually, while I was filming another video, my books just arrived in the mail, so this book haul just became a book unboxing as well. So let's do an unboxing while doing the book haul. So first of all, I ordered all my books from Barnes&Noble. All the goodness that is inside here. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so the first book that I got is Into the Water by Paula Hawkins, and this is the same author that wrote Girl on the Train, and I loved the book. And so this is another kind of thriller, just like Girl in the Train, and I'm very excited. I've been wanting to read this book ever since it came out, which was, I don't remember when it came out. It was a while ago, but I finally got it and I am very excited. Let me look for, oh, this is quite a long synopsis of what the book is about. Okay, so this book says, a single mother turns up dead at the bottom of the river that runs through town. Earlier in the summer, a vulnerable teenage girl met the same fate. They are not the first woman lost to these dark waters, but their deaths disturb the river and its history, dredging up secrets long submerged. Left behind is a lonely 15-year-old girl. Parentless and friendless, she now finds herself in the care of her mother's sister, a fearful stranger who has been dragged back to the place she deliberately ran from, a place to which she vowed she'd never return. And then the rest doesn't really matter. So that's basically what the book is about. People are drowning, and yeah, it seems like it's crazy, and I really hope it's as intense as Girl in the Train was. Oops. So yeah, also is hardcover, which always a great thing, hardcover books. Next up, I bought, there's already something quite annoying about this, but I got After You by Jojo Moyes. I don't know how you say this. So this is supposed to be the sequel to Me Before You. So I have the book of Me Before You. I read it and then I also watched the movie and I really enjoyed it. And because this is the sequel, I'm like, well, if I read the first one, I have to read the sequel. I mean, come on, I need to know what happens, the happy ever after of the first one. And well, something that is quite annoying me right now, my OCD kicking in or something, but you see this thing, the cover of the book literally is not the same size of the rest of the pages. So seriously, what's up with that? Okay, here's the synopsis of the book. After the transformative 6 months she spent with Will Traynor, Louisa Clark is struggling without him. Following an extraordinary accident, she is no longer the girl she once was. Her body heals, but Lou knows that she needs to be kick-started back to life. Reluctantly, she joins a support group and meets Sam Fielding, a paramedic whose business is life and death, and the one man who might be able to understand her. Then a figure from Will's past appears and hijacks all of Lou's plans, propelling her into a very different future. Funny, poignant, romantic, After You is quintessential. That's a funny word, quintessential. Jojo Moyes, a deeply emotional, surprising novel that asks, how do you move on after losing the person you loved? How do you build a life worth living? Hold on a second. I completely forgot the first book and movie, and did Will die? Seriously, did Will die on the first one? I need to go back and check that, because now I'm like, is she saying that he died? Next up, I bought the Fever Code from the Maze Runner series, and this is the 5th and last book of the whole series, and this is the last book that I need for my collection. I have all the other books, and this is the only one left that I needed to complete the collection and to also read. So basically, the Maze Runner series are made of 3 books that are the main story, and then there's 2 other books, the 4th and the 5th, which is this one, that are prequels to the whole Maze Runner series, which is just telling the story of how the virus started and everything that happened before the maze. Which I don't know why he needed to write 2 books for the prequel. Usually prequels are made of 1 book. The next book is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. And oh my god, the cover is dirty and it's ripped off. Barnes&Noble, why are you doing this to me? So Nicola Yoon is the brain behind Everything Everything. I have the book, I watched the movie, loved it, and now I was very drawn to the cover of this book. I don't know, it's like very bright and colorful, and it just kind of like catches your attention, I guess. Good job on that. So yeah, so I saw this book on Barnes&Noble's, the physical store, and then I was like, oh, this book looks interesting, and it's by that same author of Everything Everything. And if I read a book from an author and I really like that book, then I will be curious and interested in reading other books from that author. Therefore, this happens. It says, the story of a girl, a boy, and the universe. So basically there's a synopsis for the 3 of them. So first it says, Natasha, I'm a girl who believes in science and facts, not fate, not destiny, or dreams that will never come true. I'm definitely not the kind of girl who meets a cute boy in a crowded New York City street and falls in love with him. Now when my family is 12 hours away from being deported to Jamaica, falling in love with him won't be my story. So she's very skeptical of love at first sight and those kinds of movie stuff. And then there's Daniel. I've always been the good son, the good student, living up to my parents' high expectations, never the poet or the dreamer, but when I see her, I forget about all that. Something about Natasha makes me think that fate has something much more extraordinary in store for both of us. So they're basically 2 different people. He believes in that movie cheesy thing and she doesn't. And then there's the universe. Every moment in our lives has brought us to this single moment. A million futures lie before us. Which one will come true? You know, I think this is probably like the greatest synopsis of all time. I'm very intrigued and I really want to read this book. Okay, so this book is quite interesting. Okay, let me try to explain this. So this book is called We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. There's a lot of things that I want to point out about this book. First of all, Lockhart immediately draws me to Harry Potter. You know, Gilderoy Lockhart. If you're a Potter fan, you will know what I'm talking about. So Lockhart, not a very common name. Anyway, so this is not a book that I would look at it and I would be like, oh, that's interesting, let me take a look at it. I would 100% just go past it. So this book, I was on Barnes&Noble website and I was just looking for more books that I would want to read. And then I came across this book, and this book had a very high rating and very good reviews, and all the reviews were quite interesting because the reviews would not say anything about the book. They would just say, you have to read the book. Like, that's pretty much what they were saying. Like, they would write a really long text, but basically what they were saying is, you have to read the book. I'm not gonna tell you anything. I know you don't even keep reading this review. Just go and buy the book and read the book because it's amazing. Apparently there's like some huge twist and stuff that happens, and it's like a thriller and something. So anyway, basically the reviews on this book on the Barnes&Noble website made me very, very intrigued as what the hell is the book about? Why are you making such a fuss about not telling me any overview about the book at all? Actually, on the very top of the book, there's a review by John Green, which is one of my favorite authors, and he says, "Thrilling, beautiful, and blisteringly smart, We Were Liars is utterly unforgettable." So, Lockhart is a woman. I did not know that. Okay, so the synopsis of this book says, a beautiful and distinguished family, a private island, a brilliant damaged girl, a passionate political boy, a group of 4 friends, the Liars, whose friendship turns destructive, a revolution, an accident, a secret, lies upon lies, true love, the truth. We Were Liars is a modern sophisticated suspense novel from National Book Award finalist and Prince Award honoree E. Lockhart. Read it, and if anyone asks you how it ends, just lie. And if anyone asks you how it ends, just lie? Wow! They really know how to get you intrigued. This is like the most intriguing book I've ever not read, but just seen or ever heard of. This is crazy. Yeah, there's too much intrigueness, is that a word? To this book, and that's the only reason why I got it. So maybe I will understand what everyone is fussing about after I read it. And so basically that is, yeah, 5 books that I bought, and I just started reading the 4th Harry Potter book, which is huge, and then I have other 3 huge Harry Potter books to read, and then I have these 5 other quite big books to read. So I believe I have enough books for the rest of the year that I'm not gonna buy any more books the rest of the year. So I really don't know how long it's gonna take me to go through all of this, but yeah, I'm very excited about this because I never bought so many books at the same time before. So this is very exciting for me because I love reading, I love books, and yeah. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this haul unboxing thing. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe because I will see you next time. Bye bye.